Hi, Aquarius. Welcome into your weekly reading. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay, so let's see. Moving right along to the third week of December. Let's see what's going on. So, guys, as far as time is concerned, when this is happening to you, just consider it to be the mid part of December going towards the latter half, okay? So, let's see what's going on. And you guys are discerning adults enough to know if this just happened to you, it's about to happen to you. It's a large audience, so you get that. That's who I'm reading for. Now, with that said, a situation for my Aquarius, please. And I hope you guys do tune in every Tuesday for your readings because that's when I publish the new readings. Of course, you can hit the notification bell on for when the new readings come up. And speaking of Aquarius, your card. Hope, the star. It is about being wishful. It is being about hopeful because you understand so is above is below. What do we mean by that? As the stars wish upon it in divine timing, because this is a major arcana, you understand it happens here in your 3D world. So whatever's going on in your life, whatever's going on in your world, you're wishful, you're hopeful, and you're positive. But the biggest vibe I'm feeling just off this one card for you, Aquarius, is that you really are hopeful for 2024. I mean, I know it. I can feel it. And regardless of all the shitty shit that's going on or has gone on in your life, you're really positive. You're optimistic that, it's going to be a good year. All right. I do see at the bottom of the deck the Four of Wands. That is you building a foundation. That is you leveling up. That is you upgrading. So you're either getting a promotion at work, you're building on your career, you are getting engaged, or you are becoming boyfriend, girlfriend with somebody, moving in. You get it. You're celebrating some kind of good news because you're upgrading something in your life. You're creating that foundation in your world, and it's starting to shape. And because it's starting to shape, you're positive and you're hopeful of where it's going. Now, I do see you resisting mostly the devil and things that have been fucked up in your past. So you are doing that. I can see that. You're like, no more toxic for me. Okay, goodbye to that. You're a toxic person. Adios. You create a toxic environment for me. Goodbye. So you're doing all of these things. And I think you're also counting your blessings in where your world is working. So, what's coming towards my Aquarius, please? A lot of you seem to even be looking forward to your birthdays. You're really excited. You're celebrating some kind of milestone, regardless of all the negative other things that are happening to you. Now, with that said, the King of Cups. If you're new to my channel, first of all, welcome. Secondly, the kings are the incoming energy. So this is your cross. You're my females, meaning my queens. Whether you're male or female, you are my queens. Had that a little bit twisted there. But the kings are male or female incoming. You have a King of Cups. So that means that this is a water sign person, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Of course, they don't have to be a water sign. However, they're picking up the traits and the elements of a water. What does that mean? This is somebody emotionally available. This is somebody emotionally mature. This is somebody who can handle those tough emotional conversations that most of us don't want to deal. We're like, that's too much for me. Well, not for this person. So you can say whatever you want, won't be awkward. That's that person. However, with this person, there are arguments, there are fights, there are roadblocks, there are obstacles because it's with the Five of Swords. If you're not fighting or arguing or have these issues between you and this other person, then they're in your head, meaning you're going over and over something again in your mind. Cut them out, don't cut them out. Do this, don't do this. It's kind of like one of those scenarios. Now, mind you, we're going to clarify. So, guys, please wait for the clarification because it really pulls the whole entire reading together, especially in the end when we read for the oracle cards. It really does give some awesome advice because it ties the whole reading with a nice, neat bow. Now, at the bottom of the deck, I also have the Four of Pentacles. You're holding on to something. I don't know if it's your baby, Not literally, but like if you built something, that's your baby, right? So you're holding on to it. So you're holding on to a small fortune. You're holding on to an old company. You're holding on to a job. You're holding on to a person, a relationship, a friendship, a situation, whatever it is, you're holding on to it. So all these things are what's going on and conflicting in your mind. Now, and that person could be this emotional, or this, not emotional, but this water sign, or they carry those traits. Now, what doesn't Aquarius see coming their way? Interesting. The Knight of Cups and the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Wands in reverse. So first of all, first and foremost, you personally have given up burdens. You see these wands carried on this person's back. You're like, I ain't got to carry that. Why? I don't need to. I don't have to. I'm good. Right? But this person that's burdening you, this situation here, or these thoughts, they're the burden. Right? So what you don't see coming is someone's going to come along and message you to go out to speak on emotional level. It's one step up from the page. So it's not just like some basic text message. It's not an indirect message. It's a one-on-one conversation that affects your heart. It affects your emotions and your feelings, right? And then paired with the Seven of Cups, these are one of your options. Your other option is to ignore it, or to counter it, or to go out and see what this person wants, or maybe, who knows, it could be a delightful surprise. It could be shit, or it could be awesome. But these are your options, and you're weighing them. You're weighing your options. Like, let me see, because you have them. Let's see what the advice is. If you need to see what I'm talking about, there it is. She's sitting there looking at all her baubles. Some have a heart in it, some have snakes, some have crap that you don't want to deal with. So, I don't know. Leave me your comments down below. I'm curious to know. What do they want from you? No, just kidding. Clearly, I know what they want from you. What's your advice here? They want to make amends or make things right. It's what it feels like. Now, woo. Wow. I wonder why that's there. You have the Wheel of Fortune sitting in your advice position with the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This makes you curious. This makes you wonder. You're also a little excited about the road ahead, the future ahead, because there's something to learn. So I think the whatever that is to learn from the experience, from the person, from the situation. So say they like this person is just no longer on your path. You're like, oh, well, what else is out there? That's one of your options, right? So it makes you curious, makes you a little excited. Or when this person texts you to go out, to talk, to do whatever, you're also curious. You're like, What I do like about the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck is you're protected. That's what that little salamander tells me. This could also be a new person that strikes your fancy, that makes you curious. Either way, here's what makes it so interesting for me. You have the Wheel of Fortune in your advice position, which tells me two things. And I'll know, obviously, when I clarify. You're either getting a second chance here with this person so you can fix things, so you have a second go round, or it's telling you to well, I know that this is also one of the things that you should be doing, is go with the flow. Your life is changing. Your life is evolving. And you're not one of those signs that will ever stagnate. So either people grow with you or they grow apart, right? And that's how it is, Aquarius. So it's saying go with the flow because your life is moving forward. Go with the changes because they're coming, and they're coming quite fast. So let's see what the outcome is trying to say here for you, Aquarius. Well, you truly do unburden yourself. You're like, you know what? I have options. I can go forward. I have so many people interested in me. I have so many situations that I can look forward to. So I'm going to take a risk and I'm going to take a leap of faith and I'm going to go forward. Here's what's curious, because I had a feeling, and this is just the preliminary cards kind of for me. I had a feeling you might be dealing with two energies, and this is this water sign, or this, I don't know, this person, this emotional person, or this person that affects you on an emotional level, was one. Here's the other person at the bottom of the deck, the King of Swords, somebody like you. Airy, cerebral, smart, fair, very analytical, balanced decisions. Doesn't scream the I love yous, isn't overly emotional, isn't like this person. This person is kind of like you. But they're at the bottom of the deck, which tells me this is somebody that's in the pipeline, somebody coming forward in the near future towards you. But with the Fool sitting here in the outcome and the Eight of Swords in reverse, you're like, fuck it. I'm taking a leap of faith. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to go out there on my own. I don't need this person because you feel you have all of this coming in towards you. So you're unburdening yourself and you're getting yourself unstuck because you're starting to realize, Aquarius, that not making a choice is a choice. So maybe you are doing what's in your advice and you are moving the needle of your life forward. Curious to see. Let's start clarifying, especially since you do have all these options. So option A, option B. Universe, angel, spirit guides from my Aquarius. Tell us pre for the star. All right, so it feels like in the past you might have been burdened, with your life. You built up a lot of things and you thought it was going a specific direction. But you know what? It became too much. It's becoming heavy, really heavy. So you're starting to let go of some of those burdens. People, relationships, situations, jobs that no longer suit you. You're kind of done with it. And these are the pre-feelings as to why you're hopeful. This is why you're positive. Because before you were feeling overwhelmed, whatever your circumstance was. See, and the next card is the star, clarifying the star. So this is what brings us here. After, please. With the star card, please. Yeah, two of, wow, yes. Okay. A couple things here. You definitely did end something, right? There was an ending. It could have even been a betrayal. It could have even been a backstab. Some of you, if I was to use these cards literally, maybe some of you have back pain or a back operation, and it's been a huge problem and a burden and very exhausting for you. Okay. But now this is over, right? This is done. They're carrying the corpse away. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. Now here you are trying to weigh your pros and cons, juggling two things. Number one, you know this isn't sustainable. Number two, you know you need to make a choice because there they are waiting for you for your ship to set sail because it's at the port. It has arrived. Someone else could have arrived. So you could be saying goodbye to one person and saying hello to the next. Maybe you were trying to flow both. Until you decided what would happen. But look at the bottom of the deck. The sun, happy. So you want to be careful you don't end up in a third-party situation or you're playing a third situation. What do I mean by playing a third situation? You're telling everybody that you're cool with this one, you're telling everybody that you're not cool with this one person, and then you're going back and you're trying to be cool with that person. And then you're trying to work it all around so everyone's cool, but then it becomes a burden and you've overwhelmed yourself and I'm starting to not make sense because it's in my head and I'm trying to explain it to you, but this is what I see. But you're going to see, you can't juggle both. You can't carry both. It's too much. It's becoming exhausting for you. You're going to soon realize people that love you, people that care about you, don't give a fuck. How you feel or what you do, they'll support you anyway. And that's just how it is, Aquarius. So why am I telling you that? Because I don't want you worried. I mean, not that you are, but I see you trying to get yourself unstuck, unburdened, juggling two scenarios. So let's see what's going on here with this King of Cups and Five of Swords, please. Justice. Wow, Ace of Pentacles. If some of you are in court, you will win some kind of financial something. Others of you, I don't know if you're literally in court. I don't know if you're getting divorced or what from this one individual. And now you have to make a sacrifice. You're cutting your losses. This is karma correction. You only get the Justice card, which is a Libra card, by the way, when the scales are imbalanced, when something unfair has been done to you. Make no mistake, karma always pays you a visit. Always. Even if you're doing good, they will reward you. If you're doing bad, you will get kicked down when it hurts the most, because that's how karma feels. Oh, your chips are down? Well, here's an extra serving. That's how karma works. And that's why karma takes so long to serve and dish out. Some of us are impatient for that to happen, but anyway, here's yours. I'm not saying it's negative. I'm saying it's positive because it's in the upright position. Justice. And what does Lady Justice do? She makes the scales balanced. So in the recent past, you had a new opportunity here that was solid. Take it to the bank and cash it. New job, new relationship. It's something stable and sturdy. This was the universe working on your behalf. 3 fates working on your behalf to move the needle of your life. So now you have another person and you're going over and over again in your head what you should do. You could be arguing here with someone also. So let's see after, please. So if you were betrayed in the past, here's your new opportunity. Yes, my friends, this is a new commitment. This is even a possibility of marriage and happiness. And these are literally the best 3 cards. And to be in the after position, it's coming. Look at this. 10 of Cups. Happy couple. 5 cups are yours. 5 cups are theirs. Marriage, commitment, money on your home. A lot of money. And here's that opportunity. Solid. So, that can't get any better. But I see you torn. Not torn, but you're overanalyzing something. Let me see what this Knight of Cups and the 7 of Cups is. Ooh, shit. These are a lot. You had the Hangman in reverse. So you're challenged to, you're going to be challenged to see something from a different perspective. The Emperor, which is an Aries card. Judgment, which is Saggy card. 5 of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Cups. All right. And so in the recent past, or even right about now, maybe there was some guilt, some regret. You're no longer looking at that. You're now looking at your blessings. You're looking at the things before you. You could be dealing with an Aries or a Saggy. You're no longer in the cult. You're out of the cult, and you're feeling love again, and you're trying to see something differently now. That is why when this message comes in, you're looking at all your options, because you're no longer you're in from out of the cold. You're no longer lonely. You're no longer, in the doghouse. So these are the feelings that are coming up for you to be in this place where, like, okay, you had this conversation, you had this, this heart-to-heart convo, or you will, and now this opens up your options. Let me see after, please. Aquarius, please. Yep. Vindication, validation. Maybe you were worried that this wasn't going to go well, but it does. Success. Yeah, text message. The text message could lead to a bigger message, to a heartfelt conversation, to a heart-to-heart, and it leads to vindication, validation. Now, let's see what the advice is trying to say with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so maybe I was kind of correct before with this Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of Fortune. When you have this conversation with somebody, this is kind of like going to help you stop stressing And you don't have to stress because maybe you are worried. So I'm going back to that because now I actually see the card from what I was feeling. You don't have to worry. This is going to go well. This is going to be fine. Whoever it is that you need to speak to, and you are getting a second chance here with this individual because maybe this person was meant to be in your life. Maybe they're meant to teach you something. Maybe they're just your lesson or your blessing, whatever it is for you. Okay, let's see what the after tarot is trying to say. After, please, with the Wheel of Fortune, please. You had a fight with this person or a breakup or it was a very bad collapse. Maybe your foundation before was rickety. I don't know. Maybe they got to come in correct. They're definitely somebody from your recent past. But, you know, the walls come crumbling down when you have an honest conversation. The heart to heart I was talking about. There it goes, poof. Being honest with one another. Now you're not going to hold back. Or at least, let me explain this to you, Aquarius, especially in your advice position. If you want people to be where you want them to be, to understand you, and to understand how you're moving forward in your life and how you want to move forward in your life, you really need to break it down. You really need to put all your cards on the table and be honest. And if it's not you, then your other person has to do it for you. So you both got to be honest with each other and stop scooting around because, yeah, there's love there. Yeah, you both love each other, whether it's a friendship, a coworker, a family member, or your loved one. You love each other, so you got to put everything on the table. And the universe is stepping in to make sure you guys have this opportunity to have this happen. So go for it. Now, let's go to your... Look how the cards just like... I get the feeling I wanted to shuffle a certain way. Tell me about the Fool and the Eight of Swords in reverse. Holy shit, when I say you love each other, it's mutual. Okay. Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. Okay, this is a fresh new start in love. Maybe you didn't realize that you both felt the same way about each other, but you really are soulmates. And yes, this is a partnership, so everybody can understand. This is a partnership, whether it's business, love, or otherwise. These two people are just staring at each other, and this is before you get together. You are both walking in the same direction of one another, not knowing that you are some sort of soulmates. All right? And this was the universe, God, whoever your belief system is, stepping in to give you that opportunity, the fresh new start in love. This is you taking the risk because of that sentiment right there. And this is you feeling unstuck because maybe you're finding out that it's mutual. This is somebody that you can grow with or have grown with. All right? You've brought something into this world together. Possibly, potentially. All right, because I'm looking at the Empress at the bottom of the deck over here. But those are the pre-cards to why you have the Fool in your outcome position and the Eight of Swords. You're feeling unburdened, unstuck now. You're taking a risk. You're taking a leap of faith. So let's see what the After Tarot is going to say to this. Eight of Swords and the Fool, please. Five of Wands in the cross position and the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. All right. So you are removing yourself from anything that is burdening you or exhausting you, or it's making you quite tired because you're about to give up. Look at you, right? Here you are at the bottom of the deck and you're like, oh, God. But it's something that you got to deal with, right? Because these are your roadblocks, obstacles, and challenges in every relationship. And I don't know why I was just looking at my Instagram, the feed, not mine, just the feed in general. And it was talking about how, even relationships are another job. In order for a relationship to grow, you have to put work and effort into it. Even if it is your coworker or your friend, your best friend, or your lover. but this is in the cross. So you're challenged to see, to put what these arguments are, what these roadblocks are, what these obstacles are. You're still learning. This relationship has potential. It has growth. But here you are, tired by it, exhausted by it. You're kind of like, here's my choice. I'm getting myself unstuck. I'm taking a leap of faith and I'm taking a risk. And I think I'm going to go out on my own. Let me have one more for the Fool. Thank you. Five of Pentacles. Why is this card here? This is the lonely card. This is feeling out in the cold. Do you feel misunderstood, not understood, alone in your path? You're definitely taking a risk. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go alone. I'm just gonna go on my own way. Weekly reading. Honestly, I can't wait to see how this reading changes. And this is why you're hopeful and optimistic and positive. But I don't know why, when you have all these other great cards here, you've got to explain this to me. Tell me what I'm seeing here, or you're seeing here, romance angels. Well, clearly somebody here wants a reconciliation. See, at the bottom of the deck, I see you retreating. I see it also with the Fool. But reconciliation's what landed out here. Maybe it's your old partner. Someone you were committed to, you're married to. Someone you had a disaster with. Maybe you need closure. I don't know what to say. All right. Chateau and Light. Oracle, please. For Aquarius, please. True self and pseudo self. Interesting. Never got this one before. Life is a constant aim to find ourselves, be ourselves, and show ourselves authentically to the world. But the reality is that we show many different versions of ourselves and not just one self. That would be your rising sign. Find out what that is and go listen to that reading. Sometimes we even show ourselves as someone we are not. You might realize this about yourself too. If you think about how you show up when you are with your family compared to with your friends, and again with your colleagues or strangers, you might see that how you act, what language you use, and what things you share or hide about yourself are different. As you can see, there is not just one true self, one way to always be. There are different sides to us, and we show different sides to different people. And that's okay. Showing your true self doesn't mean to show everyone all of us, but to always show what is true, no matter which side of us it is. Remember, in your advice position with the Ace of Swords, I was telling you, you really got to be showing your true side and putting your cards on the table, because this is what's going to help you. Problems might occur for ourselves and others if we choose to show something else. This means not to make ourselves seem better than we are, but also not to pretend to be less than who we are. When we are challenged, it's easy to slip into defensive mode and talk ourselves up to seem better than what we are to prove our worthiness. Yet, when our confidence is low, we might instead put ourselves down and take more blame than we should. This card challenges you to not make yourself seem either less or more when you are presented with uncomfortable truths that are being questioned or challenged. Check in with yourself. Are you in need of other people's validation to feel good about yourself? Are you depending on approval and praise from other people more than you are depending on yourself? This might be a clue that you need to work on relying on and loving yourself instead of living in your pseudo self. Remember who you are and how you take your power back. Amazing. All right, guys. That's what I have for you. I will see you on the next reading next Tuesday.